Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the magazine. Let's take a trip in a time machine and see what life was like back in November of 1959.
So let's get into these vintage magazines because y'all know all the tea is in the books. Like you have to pick up these books and check them out. Even magazines, like magazines have good information in them. I always love me a good magazine. I've been into magazines since the 90s. My parents always had magazines, always got magazines delivered to the house. One of my favorite things to do, especially back in the day where it wasn't all of this, social media and the internet. Like I'm the age where, you know, social media was just coming in. Like the internet was just getting big and coming into itself. So I know what it's like to be on both ends of the spectrum with technology versus no technology. But let's get into this magazine. And this is the Ebony from November of 1959. As y'all can see, it was 35 cents. And I'm assuming this is an opera singer, but I don't know her at all. I don't know who this is at all. But the things that are on the cover of the magazine, 6 Ways to Stop Negro Crime, which is a wild title in itself. Harry Truman and the Negro. Was he our greatest civil rights president? By Carl Rowan. And let's get into the magazine. What kind of ad is this? Okay, this is a bourbon ad. I've never heard of this before, ever. Does he brush every day and still get decay? I'm assuming this is like a toothpaste. Yeah, it's a toothpaste ad. I've never heard of this toothpaste in my life. All right, let's check out the table of contents. What's Ravine? I heard of Ravine before. I've heard of this product before, but I don't necessarily know what it is. Probably a prom. Because all the little scandalous stuff back in the day, you had to get it out the back of a magazine or somewhere, you know, ordering stuff out magazines was an actual thing at one point. And look, we have a Tampax ad over here. How do you measure up? Measure up to what? It says check out these beauty standards for the you'd like to be. Clearly defined mouth and lighter than you're used to lipstick, pale shadow in a soft sea blue or in a soft sea blue to lighten up your eyes. Lashes fanned outward at the corners for that almond look. A willowy waist to accent a rounded hip line. A look of confidence that won't leave you even on problem days. This deep tampon ad, but whatever. What do you know that's new for 60? Uh, do you want to read that? No, it looks like a car ad. Riceland rice is naturally better. Now let's see. Got a little Negro rice up here. Let's see. Um, of people. Let's see. Baseball park head nurse. Ingrown hairs. This is a shaver ad, obviously. Enjoy steady pay every day as a nurse, baby. They said that you can earn up to $65 a week in good or bad times as a practical nurse, honey. And again, this is 1959, so I'm guessing $65 a week. He was living it up. Lucky Strike. You know they can't go nowhere without promoting, cigarettes and nicotine to the people, honey. On duty 24 hours a day, safe file. Okay, that's another ad for a safety file cabinet that won't blow up on you if you have end up in a disaster. For relief of cold miseries and sinus congestion, helps drain all 8 sinus cavities. Driston. I've never heard of this in my life. There's nothing like Driston decongestant tablets, baby. That's what they said. It says it's going to restore your breathing, reduces fever, controls post-nasal drip, works through the bloodstream. Well, that seemed like some real serious medicine, honey. I wonder what made it leave off the market. Like, did they go out of business, or was it found to be a bad product? That's why it's no longer in production. That's choose today's musical instrument. Hammond organ. Okay, that is a piano ad. Florsheim shoes. I've heard of that before. Butternut. Oh, look at this payday, y'all. I love paydays. It was only 5 cents. Lord Jesus, payday about $2 now. Fast forward to 2023. So good in taste, in such good taste. Coke with Franks, which are better known today as glizzies. Are you gonna have a Coke and a glizzy? Because I don't know if the people are still doing it, honey. People done started fronting on the Franks. You know he knows clothes. His shoes is the clue. Okay, what makes a nurser good? A even flow ad. To keep up your home, for every home cleaning job, there's Bissell. Bissell ad. The night Belafonte made history, honey. What they talking about over here? Belafonte at Carnegie Hall, honey. If this gin were any drier, it would blow away. Whatever that means. It's just a bunch of little random ads up in here. This is obviously a music box, which these are not in production, in existence anymore. We made it, Mom. Chicago Metropolitan Mutual Assurance Company. Never heard of it. Holiday gift wrap offer for Armor Star canned meats. You better not wrap no meat up and give it to me. Imagine getting something all nice and wrapped up and pretty in the box, and you open it up and it's a can of spam. Well, I would have a fit. Welcome a tradition into your home. And what would that tradition be? Toastmaster. Mmm. So they showing you their little equipment that they got jumping off. which it was pretty cheap. You can get you a little automatic frying pan for $21.95. What's this? The Oldsmobile. Are they selling these or are they patterns? Because they used to sell patterns back in the day. You would look at something and you thought it was the actual dress, but it was actually a pattern. Because people used to make their own clothes back in the day. They would see stuff and they would, you know, eyeball it and make it themselves. Flavor bloomed parquet. Look at parquet. Is parquet still around? I want these roses to see how lovely you are, Bob. Wonderful things happen when your complexion is clear, bright, Nata Nola light. I know what I can't even get it out. I know what Nata Nola is. I am very familiar with that product, and that is still on the shelves. They sell that actually at Rite Aid and all the beauty supply stores. Right, that's still around. Let's see. It's an old washer. Miracle Mild Phillies. You can get you some Phillies blunts. I didn't know they was around back then. The pack was only 39 cents. Lord, take me back. And I wasn't even there. Opera singers. I don't know if I want to get into reading this. I'm just gonna flip through right now. Artists surmount social, artistic, and racial problems. Stars accepted as artists rather than racial types. Brush your teeth after meals today? I couldn't, but I know I should. Get Gleam, the toothpaste for people who can't brush after every meal. That sounds crazy. But I don't think Gleam is on the market anymore. Look at Ban deodorant. Ban is still on the shelves too. Falcon. Howard and Foster shoes. Now it's a fine wood living room table, but simply fold back the top, bring up the TV screen, and now it's a fine performing TV console. This RCA Victor TV rises out of the table. I bet you was big time, you was the big time baller, you was the number one stunner if you had this in the crib back in 1959. Bulova, whatever, however you pronounce it, but they're still around. Bulova, whatever. A student's journey into the past. Young New Yorker tells experiences in Guatemala lands and land of the ancient Mayans. He'll be happy with your hair. To see how lovely it can be, visit a Helene Curtis professional beautician. You must be giving all that perm. If you had $1 million, you couldn't buy any other dressing that's as safe pure and is widely used as Vaseline petroleum jelly in the famous blue seal package. It's the kind doctors recommend. Look at Vaseline. We all know that's still around. Stop bad breath with Colgate. Fight tooth decay all day. Go ahead, black people with them teeth. They got really nice teeth. They pick them out really good. Let's add smart wife, hot lunch, happy husband. You can get you a Aladdin vacuum sealed thermos, honey, and feed your husband so he won't come home and slap your face, honey, for giving him that cold food to take to work. Cause yeah, you know they will beat you up back in the day, child. There wasn't no such thing as domestic violence. If he was kicking off in your behind, that's just what was happening, and that was that. Let's see. This is an all-in-one unit as well, but I think this is a radio. A stereophonic high fidelity. Like what? I guess. Harry Truman and the Negro. I actually do want to read this, but I'm not going to read any of the articles on here. I'm just going to flip through. I mean, y'all could let me know what y'all want to do, like where y'all want to take this thing. Like if y'all want me to read some of the articles, we could do that. But I'm just flipping through to see like the ads and, fashion and different stuff that they had in here. There's another stereophonic, whatever that is. Never go to bed with a cold baby. That's that Vicks Vapor Rub. So distinctly, so elegant, so very continental. It must be after 6. What the heck is after 6? I think it's a clothing store. Rural Net, VSQ, Brandy, the lighter, brighter Brandy. I was about to say that must be a little alcohol. They got a few cigars on this side, which I've never heard of trend. Well, okay. Will your older baby be jealous of your newborn? Hmm. Yeah, you be having to watch them older kids if they're not super joyful about this new person because they just might jack them up like for their entire lives. Not gonna tell y'all how I know this. What's this? Old Kentucky Tavern, 86 proof whiskey. Newest Russian discovery, railroads. Mm. Get you a little champagne. I wonder if this is still around. Champagne malt liquor. Like what? How y'all gonna have malt liquor? Like calling it champagne? Like I can't. I'm assuming that's actually beer. Tip top white enriched bread. I'm gonna ask my mom about some of this stuff because new mom stops odor without irritation. What the heck is that? Are your sights set on glad times or sad times, darling? Uh, I don't know. Is this some type of coochie shaver or something? I'm confused. I was trying to read over this real quick right here. I don't know what they're getting at with this. I don't know what kind of product that is, but The whole odor without irritation, that's scaring me. I don't know what kind of product that is, even after I just read it. But it says something about shaving and something about, I don't know. Prescription for delinquency. Jewish hospital boys club cuts vandalism in low income corner of Brooklyn. I'm gonna come back and read that. Another cold. Scott's emulsion. The cod liver oil tonic. Oh no, y'all ain't got to worry about me because cod liver oil, you talk about something nasty. Mm, they probably ain't on the market no more because it was nasty. Bayer brings fastest relief. Bayer is still around, we all know. Written just for you. What is written just for you? Let's see. Oh, it's a period book for teens. How cute. Whether it's the paper or the filter or the tobacco blend, Kent's the best from end to end. What? Kent cigarettes. I wonder if they still around. An African in Israel. Ghana youth studies botany at famous Hebrew University. That's cool. She, the book says 3-1. He, the boys say 10-1. Gordon's Gin, that's that bottom shelf, baby. If you want to get into that, that's still around, I believe. Or is that Jacqueline's? Or is that the same thing? I don't know, but I feel like that's still around. Come to the beautiful Bermuda. Go ahead, Joel. You mean to tell me black people was traveling back then? Child, you would think black people ain't do nothing but be slaves. Because they don't talk about none of the good times that the black people had. We can't, like, can we celebrate sometimes? Come on, y'all. Another liquor ad. They got a lot of liquor and cigarette ads in here. Play a bigot in the movie Odds Against Tomorrow. I don't know what that is. Obviously, some form of racist movie. Welcome to the club. Cuddy Sark, more alcohol. So it's evident that y'all love promoting this alcohol to the people, honey. And what is this? Starved pimples. That is Clearasil. The word is getting around about new Cardew brand tablets, whatever that is. Okay, it's for cramps. And I'm assuming that isn't around anymore. Attention, music lovers. Um, Roytan has more of everything, including smokers. These are cigarillos. I never heard of those before. I'm assuming they're no longer around. And another whiskey ad. And this one is 90 proof. Go ahead, y'all. They got a little couple perm ads. Y'all see the perms? Get y'all a nice little perm. Honey with the waves, because that's how they used to do it back in the day. Let's see what this says. Stop corns. Oh, that's Dr. Charles. Cold sufferers. How many cold symptoms are treated by your present cold medicine? Special Purpose 666 is effective against all symptoms of the common cold. Y'all ain't got to worry about me taking nothing called no 666. What? Oh, look at this. This is about skin cleaning. Like, I'm assuming it's kind of like dermaplaning. And it was created by a Philadelphia dermatologist. I'm gonna have to read this. I am gonna come back and read this right here. Speaking of people over 35, for real relief from constipation, it's wise to do what doctors recommend. You can get some serotin. I don't know. Read it backwards. Nature. Oh, it says read it backwards. I'm like, what? Nature is nature's. Oh, that's cool. Run down, no pep because of tired blood. Tired blood. I've never heard of that in my life. Take fast acting Geritol. Feel stronger fast in just 7 days or your money back. I've heard of Geritol. I don't know if that's still around. Probably is. That's that old people stuff though. I don't be checking out none of that. Sex and your perspiration. Did you know there are two kinds of perspiration? Physical, caused by work or exertion, and nervous, stimulated by emotion and sexual excitement. What? I'm gonna have to go back and read that. Build a hat or his and hers. That must be a hat shop. Look at Oragel. Ooh, I got a color picture in here. Martin's VVL. More liquor. More liquor. I was about to say, is that the T-Pain? No, they ain't Telesport. Tons of cigarettes all over the place. Tons of alcohol and cigarettes. Oh, y'all, they starting to cut up. Let's see. Millions find gentle and safe relief with Kellogg's All Bran and Milk. Allegedly.
This concludes today's episode of the magazine. I hope you enjoyed this little blast from the past. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.